the gynae tried to ease our tension. So he made a joke. He was making a joke. He scan and see the thing like, hey, look, it's here. Let's see if we can find another one. He's joking. Let's see if we can find another one. Then after 5 seconds, his face changed.
Oh, really got another
There's
one.
another one.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Talk Money with V.
Hi, this is Evan here.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
Hi, it's Charlotte.
I'm Joash here.
Today our topic is on
So, children, anybody?
Anybody already got children or making children?
You making children?
No lah. I don't want to have kids for now.
Why?
Cause currently my thinking is that I don't want to bring them to this world and suffer. Yeah.
Because the situation now must
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But of course, we don't believe it's going to be like this forever, right?
Correct.
I'm not so dark like him lah. But I think for now, maybe it's more of like the emotional commitment and then the financial commitment that I would, because I just got married 2 years ago. So I would like to focus on spending more quality time with my husband first. Then kids maybe in the next few years or so lah.
For myself, my raw material already expired already, so not good to use. Factory still open for inspection. But
What inspect the last thing to go?
yeah. So yeah, Joash, what about you?
So for me, of course, I have 2 girls, twins, right? But what was very important is that it was not just planning about the money. You have to really, like what you said just now, right? You must plan about everything else because it will affect you emotionally, it will affect you physically, especially the lady, right? You know, man is like, we do the thing already, and then after that, inspect already, and then but then the lady bears it, right? 9 months, and then after that. So yeah, so there's quite a lot of consideration actually, really.
What do you think is like the process, when you plan?
Oh, process I know. First you take out your clothes.
Oh my god.
Then
Must
either want
switch
to switch on the light or switch off the light, up to
You
you.
must say which process.
As in before you decide to have a child, I mean, was there a discussion or it's like, honeymoon then happen, or actually planning wedding already happened?
So this part I want to say something, okay? No matter how nice you plan, you put out your Excel and all that, right? At the end of the day, just because you want doesn't mean you'll get, okay? True. With my wife, we had the usual thinking, right? Preparation and all that. And then after that, doesn't mean you pop out.
Yeah.
That can be also quite stressful. I know there are couples, I have families, friends. They really want, but cannot get. Try and try, or whatever, do it again, never get. So this is, planning is one thing, but doesn't mean you'll automatically come.
I have a friend who actually is married for 17 years. They have been wanting to have kids, and until the 17 year did 4 IVF, then she managed to get pregnant.
Wow.
And no joke,
so
the
it was
IVF
quite
one is
tough-
quite
tough
tough and
journey.
painful
Yeah.
and all that. So.
What are the conversations that you all have, or was there any conversation at all financially, what to get, prepared for mentally? And
So I guess this one should be for me, since I Definitely, yes, definitely. So my wife was obviously earning more at that time. I was not earning as much. So we definitely had to plan carefully and think, right? When is the right time? The thing is, on that day it happened, some days you go for the ultrasound and everything, right? So we went in and this gynae is somebody that we don't know, not as familiar. I know this thing, sometimes you need to be sensitive, right? Especially lady. So a bit awkward. Then the gynae tried to ease our tension. So he made a joke. He was making a joke. He scan and see the thing like, hey, look, it's here. Let's see if we can find another one. He's joking. Let's see if we can find another one. Then after 5 seconds, his face changed.
Oh, really got another
There's
one.
another one.
awkward.
Then after that, we stunned like vegetable already. And that whole day is like we had to process it because again the planning and all that was just for one. So yeah, there was initial struggle with that part.
And some more that time don't have baby bonus yet.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, you need to think about the finances. Wait, buy shirt must buy two also. The
Cannot hand down.
milk powder still must 买两罐.
Correct. And because it's two at once, right, it's automatically considered a complication. It's a complicated, it's automatic one. So a lot of things change.
Raj, if let's say at that point of time, when you and your wife gave birth, right, there were certain subsidies in place, and how would it help you?
One of the parts of that was we went to really investigate what are the kind of things, and that's a good thing also. There are definitely schemes and things around to assist couples for all these things, unexpected things sometimes, or even just natural childbearing and things. Definitely watch out for the insurance part, registering your kid early. All these things have implications. I believe every stage has different kind of costs. Just now we were talking, it's not just money, right? So the stress, the emotional part and all that. At the beginning stage, obviously for us, that was it. And of course, also because it's two, then the money also was an issue. But that's the point when you really want to have the support from your family or your relatives and all that. They all come and chip in together.
Hey, relative angpao give two one.
Yeah. Oh no, sometimes they don't.
This kind of relative don't need to come for Chinese New Year.
Erase. I believe you do. What I remember was this. We had to get the confinement. Everybody do the confinement thing, and then you must have the confinement person or what, the lady or something. So our story was, we also went to arrange to get the confinement and all that. Last minute, cancel on us, cannot make it. So then it's like, wow, so all this add on, this kind of last minute stress and stuff. Then in the end, our family had to chip in to do all sorts of things. But that is when you really see the value. So now thinking about that, I would say, if you want to think about planning, do involve or do consider how what they say, right? Raising a kid is use a tribe, not just you and your partner, right? It takes a tribe to raise family, and I think in our Asian culture that's possible because we are more used to something like that. Yeah.
What I hear from my friends is like, they don't really have like the most expensive period. The whole entire period from the conception happened all the way until 18 years old are all expensive, because at every different life stages they go through different needs as well too, right? I think during my time, when I have my first pager, I was already a teenager. Now at like
You got seen before, right?
Okay, continue.
So imagine now being young, like Joash's story, right? The kids, although yes, thank goodness you get them on the scheme to buy their own iPad and things like that. But a lot of parents are in this dilemma. When is the appropriate time to expose children to phone iPad and things, right? Yeah, then after that they talk about saving for university. Do you want your child to have to work during their break to sponsor their own tuition fee, or do you want to pay for it? So some of them end up buying endowment. The minute they give birth or the minute you can buy insurance for them, they will start an endowment plan where they can cash out at 18, and then that will be your college fund ready. And if the cost of the uni go up, then GG lor. Yeah, so that's the story that I hear lah. There's no really one particular stage.
I'm not too sure of the different stages, but I do have a friend, right? She actually planned to, natural birth and all, but because few days before her estimated delivery date, she had this complication that the umbilical was on the neck of the baby. So she went in for immediate cesarean, and that cost 25,000. Yeah, so I feel that for having a kid, it's not so much of just the cost itself, it's also like a lot of surprises.
Correct.
Yeah, that needs to be in place. So despite the fact that my husband and I have not yet to plan on kids and all, but we did have a very common understanding that we will never want the problem on financial for kids to be a cause for us to fight. Yeah, that's something that we are quite aligned on it.
I can't speak for the gentleman part, but for ladies, I think emotionally and mentally has to be prepared and ready as well too. Yeah, because it is with the hormonal change and whatever, you never know what the body brings us, right, when things happen as such. so mentally have to be prepared because taking care of a life, right? Yeah, and then what's going to happen, the expectation of what you expect your husband to be contributing, what you have to do when you're resting or not. So all these things have to have a good discussion. Right? It's not just about the money, it's about the support system, like what Joash said, right? When family cannot help, then what is your husband going to help? How is your husband going to chip in as well to taking care?
Thank you for watching this episode of Talk Money with V, and today we talk about the cost of raising a kid in Singapore. So remember to comment, subscribe and like our video, and we will see you next time. Bye! Today we covered about the cost of raising a kid or rising a child. Shall we perform on how to make a baby?
Performer.